Sanders. My name is Game Dame, and welcome back to I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Right now, we just smashed her hand when we were in a competition with Ashley, and she was too close to him, and I got in a fit of rage and came out here to just, mind my own business with my crushed hand and all. But let's get to it. Who knows if Colonel Sanders will come out and say hello. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you, and he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you ever think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that when I was going to the amount to... I can't even read. I resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amounts of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be be a stepping stone to something better. I don't know why he's got more of a British voice now, but let's try it. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to have always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Oh, thanks, Porco. I'm glad that there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and you shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Kristen, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. Look at that. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Oh man, I gotta take my glasses off for this one. These are just computer glasses, so like all they do is just block out the blue light, but it's starting to hurt my face a little bit. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you have such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? I'm going to keep it a secret. Actually, I've said too much. Please forget I ever said anything. You can practically hear Colonel Sanders' heart beating in his chest. He tries to act demure, but his facade begins to crack. I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many, nearly a dozen in my fried chicken recipe alone. But I would hope that you could learn to trust me with yours. Well, I suppose you did share a secret ingredient with me yesterday, so it'd only be fair. Colonel Sanders' face grows serious. Ah, yes, about that, you see. Yes, Colonel? I haven't been completely honest with you. The secret I told you was a fake. Oh no, the ingredient you shared with Miriam, it wasn't true? You're angry with Colonel Sanders for lying, but the fact that you revealed his secret shows that he was probably right to do so. Wait, I didn't reveal his secret. You mean it wasn't one of the real 11 secret herbs and spices? You see, we'd only just met and I had to make sure that you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my most important secret. To me, my recipes are priceless. Well, I have something to confess. That secret... No, I didn't! I did not share that. I gave her... I did not tell her the secret ingredient. I told her Eye of Newt. Are you kidding me? No, that's such bullshit. The shredded cabbage just glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until the spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so I can admire the taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer him to more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment what number isn't important to, then it dawns on you. 11, 11, 11. Ken Chicken prepares sashimi style. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. What is this? Oh, his comb. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Oh my god, so... You know, it's very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Oh shit. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state of bird of the great state of Kentucky." You gaze out into the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. "Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?" Wait, what? I've never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I can just tell you my name. Right now, it's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window, a crack, and a ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Candle. Scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool. Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69? No, it's not one of the secret remedies. It's... Ooh. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold a fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Tap on the item. Okay. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off his hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. But is this what they meant? Before you look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. I think I've developed feelings for— Oh, baby! I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take the jacket off and run for the door. But the thought of leading Colonel in midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Kristen. I honestly think that this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Oh, God. You awake to a beautiful morning in the Colonel Sanders hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today's the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal, but if the recipe is secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting for you to ask an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you find is to run out the door and get home. Oof. There's still one more day of school. After all, the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay. But now it turns out you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go on a date with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know you, the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from the distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. So I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly sprinkles, please. He sprinkles as a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school? There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Kristen, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are going close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Kristen, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing? Complimenting her. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. There's a lots of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Kristen. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you can tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Kristen. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, says around the edges of the page. I can use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something about like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up as he begins to breathe quickly. Dogs can be rather unpredictable. Sprinkles stops in his track. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched up on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrels in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Kristen, for reminding me the dull of this indispensable bits of wisdom you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills all over the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it after class. Buzz, buzz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Whirr. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Biz, biz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Bzz, beep, whirr. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps of his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep, buzz. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want you to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from. Oh, God. Damn, dude. They're having a fight. I don't even know how that works, a human and a robot. I mean, come on now. Let's be serious here. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm having a fantastic time playing this game. It is absolutely hilarious, and I cannot wait to see where me and Colonel Sanders go. Thank you guys again. You guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Turn the bezel.